going, we're having fun. Austin posts this takes a picture of me driving, me and him, and then he puts on the post of the Suicide Boys fan page.
Yeah, this is crazy. This was crazy.
That he's taking his dad up to the mountain to experience his first Suicide Boys show. And I don't think nothing of it.
Then there's 4,000 people out there that like it, say enjoy that moment with your dad, take it for granted.
He gets all these, all these comments about, I wish my parents would go with me, or and it just so I'm feeling the unity right there, and have your dad, and we get in the show the first night, and I'm just hanging around, and some guy and girl come up to me, hey Dad, how you enjoying the show?
Yeah.
And it was from those people on the post.
I was like, damn, this thing is bigger than me.
And so the next day it doubled, and because we went back there, but so I'm looking at this now was a whole different animal. These people are able to, and I went with a very open mind. Like you said, that band Cryptopsy.
Wait, who? Which one?
What was her name?
There's Cemetery. Yeah, the opener act.
Yeah.
Shout out the Haunted Mound.
Cemetery. They sound
with an S.
Yeah,
they sound like they're
like
from
Pet
overseas,
Sematary.
and they sound like death metal without any instruments. And they're getting it, and they were okay. Then you had this Mexican dude, Ramirez,
He
come
played
out,
night one only.
and he came out, but he just couldn't move it. He couldn't move the crowd.
Yeah, they really didn't mess with them.
And so then what was that kid's name? Freddie Dredd?
Yeah, Freddie Dredd.
So this guy comes out, and he's doing his thing, and he's okay, but every one of them are different styled. And so, and I'm thinking, this is all right and everything. But then they had this one, then
Morgue.
the next act was this City Morgue. New York City, and dude, they got down, and I was, and I'm just, and to me, the amazement of the crowd and everything. But I never heard of Ghostemane. I just heard his name, liked what he looked like. My kids were totally into Ghostemane. My son Dylan, one time, as Austin said, what year was it?
I think it was 4 years ago. We went to the House of Blues and saw Ghostemane perform 31 songs.
It was 19.
Yeah, 2019.
It was 2019. He took him and Dylan and also went
Baker.
to Ghostemane at House of Blues, And so I liked what the dude looked like. Never really heard his music, but he came out there, and I mean, just he had a band. Mm-hmm. And they all were in suits, like a Slipknot type thing.
And they wore masks.
They wore masks, and they ripped it. And this dude ripped it.
Are they looking for a drummer?
They had one.
Oh, because Slipknot just got rid of theirs. So
they,
I thought maybe.
so anyway, they had one, and
he's already used to wearing masks.
But his music was cool. But it reminded me of like 9 Inch Nails. This guy could fit in with anybody on tour, Rock, Yellow Wolf.
What's crazy, Dad, is he's played on Knotfest. So is Suicide Boys.
They have?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, this guy comes out, but this is what's happening at Red Rocks is they're used to people up there slamming, moshing, and moving a crowd, and at Red Rocks, you're in the mountain.
You can't do that.
And there's no way to mosh at all.
And they signed a 5-year contract with Red Rocks.
And so these kids are
for
now
3 more years at Red Rocks.
In
Halloween?
in an arena where there's movement, moshing, and all that, it's not so much focused on the music. But when you're in Red Rocks and you can't do that, they're really having to push it.
Yeah, they had to work that crowd, man.
Yeah, dude, everybody's out of breath. What do you expect them to do?
I know. I was like,
they're damn near touching the sky. You're so far up there.
Right. So then those Suicide Boys came on. And,
Hold on just a second. Austin, where are they from originally?
Okay, New Orleans.
Okay.
New Orleans, Louisiana, and they got 56 albums, and they did
Jesus.
not.
Yeah.
They didn't get big until their 46th album. So,
All right, so for all you people out there who are artists and are like, man, we're just not getting any traction. I've been doing this for so long. 46
Six.
records and then hit it?
yeah,
You know what that means?
Persistence paid off.
That
Yeah.
means this. Don't ever quit. Don't ever give up. Believe in your dream. 46 records. Think of that. Plus, if you're an artist, I mean, that's deep. I didn't even know that.
yeah. I've been listening to it like crazy the
Yeah,
past
dude,
few days.
I know how big of a fan Austin is just from following him on social media because he's been posting about this band for years.
Wow.
And when they announced this tour, your son went to every promoter's page on Facebook and said, "Why don't you have the balls to book this tour?"
Yeah.
Like he
I bet they're
serious
mad
hardcore
now.
fan. Hardcore fan.
I bet they're mad now.
No, they missed the boat.
Right,
Yeah.
they do. That's dollars.
But the thing about it is those guys came out, and I mean, as I started looking around the crowd, I'm seeing older people.
did it sell out both nights?
Yes.
Yes, that's
Yes.
what was crazy.
And you were telling me, Max, that the crowds were totally different from one night to the second night.
Absolutely. And
Like different demographics, different types of people.
Yeah, like second night they had this dude with his like grandma, and they knitted a G59 sweater, and they wanted to throw it on stage to Scrim, and I made that happen. And
That's
Scrim
awesome.
threw his vape to the crowd, and I got to hit Scrim's vape, and I was like, that's one way of
Yeah,
meeting
well,
him. Because
you know-
you're never going to be able to meet them no more. They're too big now. They got
So-
arena.
well, they'll have paid meet and greets. But the thing about seeing them the first night and seeing the reaction of the crowd, seeing all that, and then at the end, what really made me open my eyes and truly become a fan is the speeches that they gave about never quitting
And sobriety.
getting on
Yes.
and
They're
being
sober.
Have they been sober since you started watching them,
So-
or
No.
did they get sober
they
while
got,
touring?
They got sober while touring. What happened is around 2019, Scrim got sober first, and then Ruby went and got sober. So Scrim came out with the solo record, and then now one of them has 4 years, the other one has 3. And they always give a speech at the end because they always used to talk about the devil, and now they believe in a God. That's, they
They
never
higher
thought.
power.
Yeah.
It's a higher
higher
power.
power.
When you're in a band and one person in the band gets sober, if the whole band isn't sober,
And their cousins.
it causes problems.
It damn near falls apart every time.
Look at Aerosmith,
Fleetwood Mac, it fell apart.
Tragic.
I mean, but this show, this first night, all cool. We get through it, and I'm coming down on my scooter.
Oh, man, not
And
this story.
There's people everywhere.
Kayli?
And you're coming down a mountain, and so I don't know what happened, but
He ran over my foot.
Did he ran it over?
And
anyway,
it was a slanted
and my
parking
chair
lot.
flipped and I fell on the gravel.
And
thought
I
I
had to
was
save
dead. Couldn't move. I mean, I really thought I hurt myself.
It was
I
bad.
fell hard.
Yeah, a car almost ran over his head.
So then these guys that were around us was telling us because can somebody help me? Can
Yeah.
make a big deal about it. I just like knocked the breath out of me and thinking about how the fuck am I going to get up?
Yeah. And I
And
was
so
like,
anyway,
I need help. I need help.
this guy starts telling me, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. My dad's paraplegic. He got me in this kind of position and got me up,
Yeah.
And then so we got out of there first night alive.